Good morning, campers! Welcome back to camp. We're going to be playing Darkest Dungeon today. This is a fantastic game. I was playing it earlier, and I decided, hey, why am I not recording this? So I am. We're going to start a new campaign. You see I was on week 7. That means I went on 7-ish missions. Each week is about a mission. So we're going to go here and go U-Tubs. Alright, starting our new mission. We're going to go through the tutorial. I'm going to try and explain as we go. I think I just skipped the cutscene on accident. Oh well. So kind of what's happened is your family owns this town area, and they opened up some sort of dark portal that has released monsters, and you're supposed to come back and try and help them fight them off. With the help of some heroes. Alright, so here we're starting. We're going to have the... Oh, we're currently in a room. If we would click on another room, then it'll take us to this hallway, which we go through. Through this hallway are going to be some semi-random / seeded encounters that we can find. We can find enemies, we can find treasure, all that sorts of stuff. We start here with the Crusader and the Highwayman. You start with these two guys every time with the tutorial. And they have their own abilities. Their abilities over here shows you which position they need to be in the party, because you can have up to 4 party members. So this guy needs to be in the first 2 positions of the party to be able to use this, and he can only use it against the first 2 of the other party over here, which is going to be your enemies. We'll show that in just a minute. The light has a mechanic where the higher it is, the better our scouting chances, as well as surprising monsters happen. But the lower it is, the stronger the monsters are as well. So that'll be fun if we ever wanted to go to hardcore mode or something, yeah. Anyway, shall we move on to the next room?
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Here's how you move. And we'll see what we encounter. Oh, see that right there is, that guy just got stressed a little bit. So if we click on him and go down here, this down here is also, this is the stress bar. The higher that gets, the more stressed they are. The health is above that. But with the stress, once the stress hits 100, they start getting their will gets tested, and they can either get a massive debuff or a massive or a big buff that also buffs your other party members. And that'll probably get shown soon, because my party members seem to stress out a lot. Oh, we're coming across our first enemy.
That all may hear of your arrival.
Alright, so when we go to attack this guy, we can use this, which will do not as much damage as he could, but it'll inflict a bleed for 2 points for 3 turns. The accuracy is about 85, meaning we should have a higher chance to hit. Yeah, see over there it says we have an 83% chance to hit, and does 4 to 8 damage. Unfortunately, he resisted the bleeding. If you go down, if you look down from where my mouse is, you can see the resistances he has to the different abilities that we can use. So we can either go with just Smite, which will do just pure damage, which is what I'm going to do. Now it's his turn. Luckily, we were able to dodge that. So we also have this attack, which is the Grape Shot Blast, which, as you can see, the dots are connected. The red dots are connected. That means I hit three people in a row, which is very nice. But we're just gonna go with this.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
We got some gold. Gold is always really nice. Now we're coming up upon this, which is we can interact with it and get some random loot or debuffs or things like that. These could be traps, which could give us bleeding, or we could get some sort of disease. We can get a lot of things, but we got valuables. Some more gold. Unchecked. What is that? Onyx,
much to be found,
which we can sell.
Places.
And then this is basically the boss room of the tutorial. So if we go for Grape Shot Blast, I can hit all, or both of these guys. As you can see, this guy is got a thicker bar here. This means he takes up 2 spaces. So you need to be able to keep that in mind while while fighting. Meaning I could also hit him with this pistol shot now, because he's not just in not the first space. See, I can't hit the person in the first place with the pistol shot, but since he takes up 2 spots, I can hit him with it. But we're going to go for the open bane to try and give him some bleed, which he has. Bleed is really nice, because then we don't have to worry about dealing as much damage to him over time. We're going to go stunning blow, I think. He has a 50% chance to avoid the stun, so maybe we'll just go for damage this time. 10 damage is very good. Now, I might not be explaining this as well as I could, and for that I apologize. But hopefully you're able to get it as we're fighting. I'm thinking I just want to... Well, let's just go for another open bane. Because he's not allowed to use his gun unless I move him back again, but I don't think it matters too much at the moment.
The bigger the beast,
We were able to take him down.
the greater the glory.
Alright, so now he's left this corpse here. If we kill this corpse, we don't get its loot, which is unfortunate, but... at the same time, my dudes can no longer attack this guy, because he's still taking it to the front 2 spaces, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I guess I'll get rid of the corpse. Just because I want to be able to kill this guy faster. Did some good damage there, and inflicted bleed, which means we should be able to kill him next turn, no problem. Oh, unless we miss. That's very sad. He's gonna get another turn, which deals 4 damage. It's unfortunate. Let's see. The stunning blow has a higher chance to hit. It does a lot less damage, but he only has 2 life anyway.
Press this advantage.
Yeah.
Give them no quarter.
Oh, we got a charm. Charms are really nice. I've not seen getting a charm. Blah blah blah. I've not gotten a charm this early before. And we're gonna leave that chest just because that chest is always trapped. And we're gonna return to the town. In the tutorial, that chest is always trapped, at least. So here we get our rewards. This is all the food we didn't eat, and we get gold for it because we don't have food roll over. We sell it instead. We didn't collect any heirlooms, which is unfortunate. Heirlooms is how you upgrade your town. And this guy got a couple things. He got -1 speed, which is unfortunate, but he also got plus 15 damage in the cove, which is nice. And I've never had somebody level up past level 1, so I don't know what that does. But we'll end up seeing.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
So the game always gives you these 4 units at the very start, these same 4 units. The Plague Doctor as well as the Seeker.
And corpses.
We're going to do that because this is how I like to position them in the party. This guy, he's got his Incision, which he needs to be closer to use, but I don't usually use that with him because he's got this Plague Grenade, which is really nice, which only hits the back 2 units, but it gives them a poison-like effect. As well as he has this Disorienting Blast and Noxious Blast, which also use... Well, this one uses poison as well, but this one can stun people, which is really nice. We also have this one. This girl's basically our cleric, or our healer. She has her melee bash, which she can't use in the position she's in. Dazzling Light, which is basically like a searing flame spell from like D&D. And then the Divine Grace, which is the small heal. And then this, which also increases our torch, which is really nice because if we're running out of torch, we can increase it using that instead of having to actually use a torch.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Just gonna click on these to get rid of the exclamation points.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
So we're gonna go back into the stagecoach and upgrade it. So every time we come back, we're gonna have more units that we can hire. I'm going to increase that by 3, so now we're going to be able to get 3 units per every mission instead of just the 2. As well as we're going to increase our roster so I can hold more people.
Can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
Alright, and then I guess we're going to embark on our second mission. We're going into the ruins. We're going to have Reynold in the front, Dismas second, Pape Lion third, and Belaul. I don't know. We can rename these guys eventually too, which I'll do at some point. Oh, he's a kleptomaniac. I don't like the kleptomaniacs, but we're still going to rename him because I like naming my units. So for this one, we're going to go with Jackson, otherwise known as Dogfight on the channel. For Dismas, I think we're going to go with a Payden, otherwise known as Face Kicker or Mr. P on the channel. What kind of colors does he have? We'll go with that one. And then I'm not going to name these other 2 right now because they haven't earned their names yet. And I already know which one I'm going to make for myself. It's not going to be one of these 2 kinds of units. There's tons of different classes that you can get. Anyway, let's provision our units so they can go on their thing.
Preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
Alright, so here we get to buy things that we're going to take on our mission. We get this holy water from having a crusader, and we get this anti-venom by having a plague doctor, so we can't really sell those back or anything. But we can use them still on the mission. We get one every time. So, food, important. I like to bring a little bit of extra food because why not? Having the extra food is so nice. Torches are really nice. The keys, nice. Bandages are also really nice. This will stop bleeding, like bleeding effects. So the key's nice to have to use on like chests and things to make sure we can find hidden compartments, stuff like that. Torches, for obvious reasons, to keep the game a little bit easier so we don't stress so much and stuff. Food, which will increase our, we can use to heal our units, as well as feed them when they kind of get hungry. There's a mechanic where you have to feed them every now and then, which it'll show you. And this is all we're going to be taking. Actually, I might bring a shovel as well. Shovels are really nice for clearing out rubble. Whatever we don't use just gets sold back anyway, so might as well. And we're going to go on our next expedition. Alright, here we go. Our goal right now is to explore 90% of the rooms. So as long as we go through all but one of these rooms, we should be able to accomplish that. So we'll go to this next room. Moving through the hallway, see what we can find. This is a torch. Yep, so we got a free torch, which is really nice. We're going to take that. Don't want to ignore that. I mean, why wouldn't you want an extra torch? Increased light levels are really nice. In fact, I'm going to pop one right now. Nope, never mind. I'm going to fight dudes instead. I'll pop a torch later. So we got some skeletons here. They are unholy, meaning our crusader, when he gets a chance, actually does an extra damage to them. And I think we're going to go for Grape Shot Blast in order to hit both of them. He's going to try and Blight the first one. You can poison skeletons with Blight, but we didn't. Dazzling Light doesn't do extra damage to them, but allows us to stun them. So we're just going to try and hit one of those with this. And he is stunned, which is nice. Why don't we go with a Zealous Accusation to try and hit both of them?
Their formation
Yep,
is broken.
and that was fairly simple.
Maintain the offensive.
What's in this chest? The contents of mine. Ooh, a shovel, so we didn't actually need to buy one, unfortunately. Unless we come across 2 things of rubble that we have to get through. Because 1 thing of rubble will take up 1 full shovel. Anyway, now that we were in this next room, we'll move on to the next one. Oh, here's a thing of rubble. So we're going to use one of our shovels to take care of that.
Seems bent on preventing passage.
We're going to pop a torch. Keep things nice and bright so that way these enemies aren't stronger. We're going to go for another grape shot. These guys, these cultist acolytes, they do stress attacks like that, as they also can push around your party members and shuffle them around, which is unfortunate. So I like to take care of them as early as I can. So we're going to go with a... gonna try and blight, which we failed. Then we're gonna go for a smite on the weaker one.
Give them no quarter.
Because the sooner we take out some of the sooner we take out each enemy, the easier it'll be. We're gonna try and stun her, which we were successful. The graveyard slash. Alright, we're gonna go for probably just a Noxious Blast on the first guy. So we didn't do any damage to him, but we did blight him, which is nice. And we're going to try and pistol shot this lady. And we killed her.
As the enemy crumbles.
He's poisoned and he's just about dead, meaning any attack we deal next. Ouch! Critical. As you can see, when the enemy is critical against any of your party members start to get stressed out because of it. We're actually just going to heal him just a little bit. The healing isn't exceptionally strong, but that's okay. And we're going to go for... how much life does he have? 2? We're just going to go for the high hit chance. Got some food and some gold, as well as some citrines. And we're going to go in the next room, which holds nothing. So we're going to pop a torch and head to the next one. Let's just go up and around. We'll probably ignore this room in the middle for this mission. Ooh, a pack. Packs are nice. Has loot. Crests are really good at because you can use crests to upgrade your town. Oh, that looks like a big chest. I'm gonna put a key in that one. Probably has a hidden compartment if I had to assume. Let's go for maybe just a grape shot. Try and hit all of them, which we did. She's gonna stress out our Crusader, which is unfortunate. We're gonna try maybe going for a blight on this first guy, which we were successful. As well as we got a crit, meaning our characters are reducing their stress. When we get crits, our character's stress is reduced. We'll go for a Dazzling Light, trying to stun her. Prevent her from doing extra things to us. Let's smite this guy, and we killed him, which is nice. Alright, so she was stunned. Now it's our turn again. We're going to go for a pistol shot on her. Finished her off, which is nice. Maybe a Dazzling Light on this guy. Maybe he gets stunned. He did get stunned, which means he's going to just die next turn. Oh, or our Plague Doctor can kill him too. That works too. Deeds. Deeds are good for also improving your town. But I have found the deeds are hard to come by. So, yeah. We'll put a key in here. Ooh, we got the hidden compartment, which gives us extra crests. I would assume it gave us the crests at least, since these are in front. I'm not exactly sure what it would have given us otherwise, without the hidden compartment. Continuing on here. Oh, the torch! The torch! Oh no, we got it trapped.
Find no clemency in this place.
We are using a torch though. So there's a trap that went off and hit our... hit our highwayman. Other than that, there was no activity in this room, or in this hallway. There's another empty room. So we're gonna move on. Ooh, a chest. And here's where the kleptomaniac thing comes in. So we would have gotten 12 food and 2 busts. Busts are also good for upgrading your town. Unfortunately, our Jackson is a bit of a kleptomaniac and decided he wanted it more than anybody else. Ah, here's the hunger mechanic. So I could have been like feeding my dudes as we went along, but this will still appear anyway, which means we get to either eat 4 food, so everyone eats a piece of food, and then heals a little bit, or nobody eats food and everyone takes damage as well as stress. So we're just gonna do that. Jackson, you're kind of weak, so we're gonna heal you up with a little bit of extra food. And we still have 4 food just in case that thing comes back in. Now we're scouting, so we get to see what's ahead, as well as what's behind us. There's a trap there, and a battle room with curio. I'm not sure what curio is. This room has treasure, though. Treasure's always nice. We're probably not going to go back to that room because backtracking is a pain. Because running out of torches as well as running out of food can really hinder you. So it looks like it was a good thing that we bought that shovel after all. Otherwise, we would have had to clear that out with our hands, which damages and stresses out our units. Alright, these bone couriers. This one here also does stress-related attacks, which is terrible. Ugh. The quiver guy here just does a lot of, damage. We're gonna try and blight them both. Yeah, this guy's quarrels do a lot of damage. It wasn't that much this time, but they can do like up to 8, which is scary. So she got hit by the goblet and got hit, which increased her stress. We're gonna go with a grape shot for the front few guys. And then I think we should just finish this guy off. Yeah. Just to save ourselves the hassle.
Ringing ears.
Ooh, we got a crit.
The end approaches.
We're gonna go for a smite. We can probably kill this guy. Yep. Thanks to his extra damage against unholy creatures. So let's go for a Noxious Blast on this first guy. Try and blight him. Which we were successful. Then I guess we'll just go for this to try and stun him. We did 0 damage, but we did stun him. And then we're going to pistol shot the guy in the back. Try and finish him off.
Slowly.
Luckily, the blight was able to finish him off. And then smite the guy in front. Oh, we missed. Luckily, this guy was stunned, so he can't do anything this turn. Also, after they're stunned, they get stun resistance for a certain amount of rounds. Just so you can't just spam that over and over again. So we blighted him a second time, which doesn't really do anything. I don't think they can bleed. Yeah, they have 200% resistance to bleed. We're going to go with Stunning Blow, just because he has only 1 health left. Got a crit anyway. Got some good stuff here. Let's take it all. We're going to continue adventuring just long enough to grab this chest, put the key in here. We got a hidden compartment, which gave us more deeds. Deeds are really nice. I'm fighting more deeds than I did on my other game, that's for sure. Maybe just RNG wasn't on my side. And we got our quest rewards, which gave us a move stone, which allows us to, we have a 20% move skill chance. I'm not sure what that is. So we got tons of plaques, or crests. No paintings, no busts, and 6 deeds. We would have got some busts if our kleptomaniac here didn't take it. Alright, so he only got a bad thing this time, which is unfortunate. But luckily we haven't been fighting beasts yet, but we will be fighting beasts soon, so hopefully we can get rid of that. God-fearing, meaning he prays. That doesn't seem like a very Paden-like trait, but we'll deal with it. She likes to eat, and as long as the torch is above 75%, she's faster. So she'll take her turns sooner and such. And he does extra damage with his melees, which we've been using so much for him, right? So much melee on the Plague Doctor.
I can still see their angry faces as they stormed the manor. But I was dead before they found me. And the letter was on its way.
Alright, so this is kind of how negative quirks work. When we unlock this, we can start getting rid of them. When need be.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
So she's really stressed, so I'm going to be putting her here in the bar so she can drink and try and de-stress herself. Which puts her out for the next mission. She's not going to be on her next mission. But that's okay. We don't have to have her every time. This is a new unit. I've not seen a Houndmaster before. They have a dog, which is interesting. I like how this one looks. He's anemic, meaning he bleeds more often. He can use his dogs to attack, it seems. Ooh, he's a good back position, which is nice. Lick wounds, so he heals himself as well as can guard himself. Okay. So we're gonna hire all of these guys because there's no reason not to.
Beast, a bond forged by battle and bloodshed.
I'm not sure. I guess we'll name this guy here. This guy will be our Brody, otherwise known as Damien on the channel. He's bloodthirsty, fascinated with injury, wounds, and torture. I'm not sure what that actually does. I don't know if that just makes it harder for him to dodge or something, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what that does. What sort of colors do we got on you? I think we'll go with that one. You, I'm not sure what to name you, our cleric female here. We can just name you Toriel. There's no reason for that name, something I can pronounce. Now we have Giffart I can't pronounce any of these. Love it.
The cobwebs have been dusted.
So we have the Abbey. We can even upgrade these as well to increase stress recovery. But I don't think I want to do that at the moment. Let's do... Well, I want to save the deeds for our blacksmith, because once we can upgrade our blacksmith, that'll be really nice. Which allows us to increase our weapons and armor. So we've only got one unit out right now. I guess we can have a second one. Oh, because the caretaker's unfortunately taking that up. So we're just going to have Jackson... what? Oh, you both... Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright. We'll probably avoid taking them on the next mission anyway. Well, we'll take Jackson, because why not? So we're going to go to the ruins. Again, because the darkest dungeon is we're nowhere near strong enough to do that. This will give us some gold, busts, and a warrior's cap. Which will be good to have. So we're going to take Goofart, and I think Toriel. So she wouldn't be able to use Judgment, Divine Grace in that position. So maybe we won't take her. Maybe we'll take him. Love it. Which he has a healing ability, which is nice. Yeah, let's take Love it. So we have 2 Crusaders on this mission, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with taking multiple, as long as they both have, what is this? Greatly increases the Hound's vigor. Alright. Let's take some torches. 6 is good. Food, always take extra food, because you never know when you're going to need it. A shovel and a key.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
So this place has an unfortunate layout where we're gonna have to backtrack a couple times. More likely than not. So we have to complete 100% of room battles. That doesn't mean complete 100% of rooms, but complete 100% of rooms that have battles in them. So hopefully this one we're going to up here has something. So he got a trap, but he was able to dodge it, which is nice. Now that we know it's there, we can try and disarm it too on our way back. Ooh, there's a chest in here. I'm glad I brought a key. Oh, and our dudes got rearranged. That's unfortunate. So we're going to try and plague the 2 guys in back. Yeah, sometimes that happens where your dudes just get randomly rearranged. Oh, he takes a lot of stress damage. I wonder if he has a special thing for it. Can we pull that up? No. Yep. So he doesn't seem to have... He doesn't seem to have extra things. So what should we do? A Harry? Hit all of them? Oh, and that gives a bleed chance. I didn't read that. I need to read the abilities. You are going to need to be... Oh, this moves you forward and allows you to hit somebody, which is nice. So let's do that. Move forward and try and hit somebody. We missed, but we still got to move forward without wasting a turn trying to move forward. Which we might... Nah, let's not do that. Let's just attack.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
So I guess this dude has a really nice ability with this Holy Lance, which allows him to go back forward in case somebody pushes him backwards. We're going to go for a stun. We didn't do any damage, and we stunned him. I don't think we can do damage to that, to be honest. We're going to move you backwards, too, back to your original position, just so I don't have to worry about you in the future.
As the enemy crumbles.
Got some busts, some gold, and this chest, which we're going to put a key in. Which does have a hidden compartment. We've been lucky with these hidden compartments so far. Deeds are nice. I like deeds. So we're going to move backwards now. We got a little bit of scouting done. So there was a trap in this hallway somewhere. Oh, maybe we don't know where it is. Or since we've already... Get rid of that. I don't want you to accidentally switch with somebody. Since we already activated it, maybe it doesn't activate again. I thought it did, but apparently that's not how it works. Empty sack. It's better than it being trapped. Alright, so here's a trap. We're going to have the Plague Doctor come up and try and fix that, but he failed.
Mind that such missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
Got another key. Luckily, Jackson's kleptomaniaism hasn't kicked in yet. This is another empty room. We don't want empty rooms, we want rooms with combat, because that'll complete our mission sooner. Alright, so let's go for maybe a Noxious Blast, try and poison one of them. Very nice. He got a hit off on Love It. We'll have, let's see. So this can cause bleed, which these guys can't bleed. Has pretty decent accuracy, and increases our damage permanently? Or at least for a certain amount of turns. We'll go on the poisoned guy. Oh, we killed him.
Give them no quarter.
Very nice. I did not expect to kill him. Let's smite. Did not kill that one either, which I expected to do a little bit easier. Both of these have the same amount of hit chance, so we're just going to go with that one, which worked.
A faint hope blossoms.
Gold is nice. Oh, our torch is getting really low. I'm going to raise that a little bit. We're going to get another torch here, which is nice. Are you a kleptomaniac as well? No, you gave it to me. You're just curious? Oh yeah, so you're just curious. So he's just curious, meaning he'll open things randomly, but he won't steal anything, which is nice. We got another torch, which is always good. Let's burn one of those. So he seems to be canceling out the kleptomaniac a little bit, because I feel the kleptomaniac probably would have kicked in a couple of times. We're gonna go to this room just so we can try and minimize backtracking as much as possible. We do have a shovel.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Indeed it does, sir. Here's the kleptomaniac coming in. Luckily that was trapped and we didn't lose anything. I feel like that was a clue of some sort. Saying that we would have got ambushed if we didn't have as much light. We did get ambushed anyway. Luckily, it didn't seem to affect us. So we're going to go for a Plague Grenade on the guys in the back. Try and poison both of them, which we were able to. Go for a Harry. Try and bleed the two humans. The two humans are bleeded. These two are humans. If you couldn't see when I hover over them. If you look down in the bar right below their name, it tells you what they are. It says unholy, human, human, unholy. Oh, Jackson's in the back, which is unfortunate. I thought it was Lovett in the back, which was fine because he could jump forward with his lance. But I was incorrect. We're going to try and kill the unholy guy quickly, just so he stops doing extra damage to us. Yes, I have Blight. We're going to cure the Blight, because why not? And move forward, because that's all we can do. And we're going to have to do that one more time to get past the Houndmaster. Rends for the old gods. These pagans trying to kill us. Take over our land.
Slowly.
Whoa, that Blight did a lot of damage.
This is how a life is taken.
Maybe Blight stacks, I'm not sure. But it looks like Blight actually might stack. I wonder if Bleed stacks too, if that's the case.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Indeed it is, sir. So we're gonna have you move forward again, Jackson. So now you're in a position where you can start doing damage.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Indeed, destroy him. Anyway, now that I'm done with that, we're just gonna try and deal lots of damage. Should be Jackson's turn next, and depending on the speed. Oh, it's actually Lovett. What is Jackson's speed, I wonder? So we're gonna go for the attack. Jackson got to do nothing that turn, or that round.
This expedition at least promises
Oh,
success.
we finished. There was nothing else in this room, so I'm just gonna head back. Just because I don't want to backtrack into empty rooms that are may or may not have loot.
We reclaim what is ours.
Just because I've ran out of food more often than I'd like to tell. Good amount of busts. Busts are nice. Deeds are nice. Jackson got another trait. Wow, another bad one. Obsessed with cleanliness. I'm not sure what that means. Lovett got a trait where he does better in the weld.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
So we're going to end that one there, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you want to leave a comment telling me whatever you want to tell me, that would be great. I love feedback. And until then, we'll see you around the campfire. See you, campers.